Hey, what's going on, guys? Guys, if you know anything about weapons permits, then you know that the best weapons permit to get right now is the state of Utah. Reason behind that is because 32 states currently recognize that permit. The next best state to have is going to be the state of Florida because 31 states currently recognize that Florida permit. Now that number goes up if you are a resident, keyword resident of Florida. It goes up to 35 if you are a resident of Florida. Now, like I just stated, we're talking about now non-resident. Non-resident, 32 Utah, 31 state of Florida. So let's talk about some of the major differences and similarities between the two weapons permits. In the state of Utah, the Utah Department of Public Safety issues all those permits. In the state of Florida, it's the Department of Agriculture. So that's a major difference between who issues those permits, issuing authority. Okay, both of them require you to have a background check. And normally they do that by looking at your application and by running your fingerprints to see if you've ever been convicted of a crime or you've done a crime in the past, things of that nature. Now, the permit is valid for 7 years in the state of Florida, 5 years in the state of Utah. So, of course, you get those additional 2 years if you get it from the state of Florida. Let's talk about cost. The state of Utah is $130 approximately, and the state of Florida is approximately $117. Now I say approximate because at times they change these fees without notice. So I want to pick my words wisely when I'm throwing out those numbers. But as per their websites, those are the current fees. Okay, now the general stuff is the same. You have to be 21 years old. You have to be of general good character. You can't have been convicted of felonies or certain misdemeanors. So in that way, both of them are the same. Basically, if you're a criminal, then you're not going to get either one of these permits. Cut and dry. Now, the last major difference is the training aspect of it. Let's talk about Utah. If you want to get a permit in the state of Utah, then you have to go to an instructor that has taken the Utah course. What I mean by that is you have to find an instructor that has physically gone to Utah and taken that Utah gun safety instructors course. Now that's published on their the state of Utah's website, so I'll make sure I include that in the link. It's a list of every instructor in every state. So you have to go to one of those guys, take the course, and then you fill out the application and the rest of the things that are required. In the state of Florida, as long as you go to an NRA instructor and take a safety course, that's going to suffice. Additionally, if you're retired law enforcement or military or security, then that can also act as training. You just have to prove that you've been trained on a weapon system, a handgun. So that's pretty much that's kind of a major difference. So in terms of that, Florida is a little bit easier to get that training part of it. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Those are some of the differences in Utah and Florida. Again, like I said, state of Utah, 32 states recognize it if you're non-resident. State of Florida, 31 states recognize their gun permit if you're non-resident. If you are a resident of Florida, it goes up to 35. So you guys make the call which one you think is better, which one will serve your purposes the best. If you guys got any questions about either Florida or Utah weapons permits, please let me know. A great source is usacarry.org, but make sure that you go to the state's websites because they are the authority in terms of the laws in each one of those states. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. Take care.